Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you had a great weekend. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Lisa, Wayne, Dave, Rail, y'all doing good tonight? John, seen John sneak in there. How you doing? So yeah. Um, I haven't done nothing today. Well, I take that back. I have done something. I've slept. Uh, this past week, I have uh, basically not slept very well every night, and it caught up to me. So, uh, yeah. So, hi, Daryl.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, there's Nate. How you doing, Nate?
This time it's not Florida that's on fire; it's South Carolina's on fire now. I mean,
Yeah, I seen that Joe Bob messaged me and sent me a map. He's kind of like he's not like right in it, but he's pretty dang close to being in it. So, yeah, everybody pray for North Carolina now,
South Carolina.
or South Carolina. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Uh, Kentucky got flooded out. Now South Carolina's getting fires. Maybe we ought to get those two together, and you know.
Well, they've had us under fire watch all week, and the ground's still wet out there in our yard. But they've had us under fire watch all week, so because the humidity's gone down so low.
Well, I'm just glad that Ohio doesn't have that kind of stuff. At least not where I live. Um, I'm sure there's chances down in southern where all the forests and stuff are at. We got woods and stuff, but we ain't got big national forests and stuff like that up north here. We're almost flat. They're hill country down there, so so. But yeah, today was basically a wash. I did go to the grocery store. I did shoot my video for the cooking video today, but the rest of it was basically spent sleeping. I probably slept 6 hours, 7 hours throughout the day. Hey, Ken, how you doing, bud?
They can.
So,
Yes. It's been windy and everything up here today. Temperature dropped about 20 degrees from what it was yesterday.
yeah, Friday was in the like 40s or 50s, and it dropped back down into like the 20s yesterday and today. We actually got a little coating of snow that I didn't see anything in the weather forecast that said that we're going to get snow, but yesterday we got a coating of snow. This morning when I went to go to the grocery store, there was still coating of snow. So, but by this afternoon, when I was doing my cooking video, it was bright and sunny out, and all the snow was melted off everything. So, I planned on getting out in the garage and doing some stuff out there today, but I got some stuff done yesterday, but today, 75 in the garage. Yeah, Nate.
Yeah, rub it in, Nate.
Yeah, but pretty soon it'll be 102 in the garage and 90% humidity. So, but they also have lots of stuff that want to eat you down there. I don't have that. Hey Ben, how you doing, bud? Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. So if y'all happen to watch the video for Saturday, the welding video, basically I did everything wrong in that video. I had it in my mind how to do it, what to do, and everything, but it from someplace from here to here, it got crossed up, and it's still welded, but it wasn't right, and I was having a heck of a time doing it. So
yeah, well, the one thing I said, the main thing, the first thing I seen was when you was trying to use wood as a as the ground, and that was I had that's why I had to pick on you in comments.
It actually wasn't grounded to the wood. The clamp wasn't on the wood. It was on the other end of the steel that was still painted, and apparently the low amperage I had it set at, or that thing won't um, uh, it won't ground through the paint. So I had to move it up to where the paint was at. Yeah, Ben, a friend of mine, I I shot that video actually at the beginning of last week, like Monday, Tuesday of last week, and I have some friends that they're not local, TIG welders and know how to TIG weld and stuff. And I kind of sent them a few clips and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And the one guy, he basically started out, he goes, you picked up the TIG torch. That he laughed about it. We were on the phone, and he kind of went through it like I went through it at the end of the video. Um, just basically, he said, and he goes, it's all learning. It's all a learning curve. I didn't know that you can't, that it'll actually contaminate your tungsten grinding it on a wheel that you've used on steel, or aluminum. So
Hey, Jim Bob.
Hey, Jim Bob. Right there, I set myself up for failure. Not cleaning the rust and paint dust off the steel. Not having enough gas flow. Trying to MIG weld like I was TIG welding, or TIG weld like I MIG weld. Hey, Mater. Trying to pull the bead along or trying to push the bead instead of pull the bead. I just
I kind of noticed that was kind of stuck out, because I know if you're doing it using a torch and a brazing rod, you push it, you do it the other way,
right.
And that's what I was wondering. I said, TIG welding different than like brazing or something or another? I mean,
yeah, I was trying to lead with my torch and not lead with my filler rod. So
yeah.
I mean, I knew that. I knew I shouldn't. That's not how you do it. I watched tons of videos on it and everything else, and when I actually started laying the arc, it all went out of my mind. And like I said in the video, I'm one that learns from doing, not from book reading and watching videos and stuff like that. I actually have to do it to get it in my mind. So, but yeah. I did forget. I do have a good friend that's he is a welder. He does a lot of industrial commercial welding. I didn't know that he TIG welded, but he said he does. He said he loves to TIG weld, and he told me anytime I want to get together, he'll come over and we'll do some, so he'll lay some stuff down. So, yes, I will do a lot of tungsten grinding. I actually picked up a tungsten grinder. I think it was like $75 on the old Jungle website there. Yeah, send it. Yeah, I just sent it. So I picked, like I said, I picked up a tungsten grinder. I just got to get it put together, and get it,
Well, Mr. Ed, I do want to say thank you because I didn't have to end up taking my truck to that guy to get the seatbelt thing. I got under the seat, started wiggling wires, and I don't know what I did, but I did get it to get the light go out. So that saved me probably a couple $100.
Oh, not a problem. Like I said, I've seen that problem on our Chevy vans. Our guys don't have passengers on a normal, regular basis, but they seem to stuff stuff under the seats, and they mess with them wires, and either disconnect them or break them or whatever. And um, especially if it's intermittent, you know.
Yeah.
So
What's the CDC saying there, Jim Bob? Hey, much.
no, I haven't. Yeah. Mutcher said, "Don't worry about the grinding wheel usage. I just make sure that the ground is nice." Yeah, I learned that there real quick there, Mutcher, that especially with that 110 machine, it likes to.
Yeah. Santa Claus, you still got to be you still on duty.
Yeah. Scott, Santa watches the kids 24/7, 365. The only time we don't watch is between Christmas and New Year's. You get a little grace period, that little 7-day period there that you know. Uh, but we still keep track of that, so don't think you can get away with it. So yeah, we're blockage. Tungsten not around it. And a nice sharp point. Okay. I'm reading the messages there too. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. I would have. I love talking to the kids. Matter of fact, Friday I was at the tire shop and I was sitting there waiting on pick up one of our vans, and there's a little kid in there, and he kind of looks at me and goes, "What's your name?" I looked at him and said, "Saint Nick." And he kind of looks at me and looks up at his dad. His dad has a big, huge smile on his face. He goes, "You better be good."
Hello, Demo Don.
Hey, Demo Don, how you doing, buddy? Mutzer said, "Nice sharp point makes a stable arc." Okay, so not like not kind of a blunt point. You want a nice long straight arc or taper on the point. I'll remember that. When welding aluminum, well, I don't have. I'm not set up to weld aluminum as of yet, but I will keep that in mind. So, but yeah, I mean, it was fun. I mean, I also just need to get a comfortable position to weld. The first few, I was standing up, kind of bending over. Hey, Thomas, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Thomas.
I was kind of standing up, bending over, and my back was starting to hurt. So then I moved to an office chair, and that was kind of low.
I thought sure you were gonna set your beard on fire.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. Well, I guess that's a good thing there, ain't it, Scott? They moved your surgery up.
Hopefully, everything goes all right with you there, Scott.
We'll keep you in the thoughts and prayers there, Scott. So, but yeah, I'm going to look for a lab table chair, bar stool, but the lab table chairs have wheels on them. That'll get adjustable height up higher. And I was thinking, on that, talking about this, the Vevor welding table I bought. It has become basically a flat surface catch-all. So I'm actually thinking about converting that over to a kind of welding cart type deal. I can put that new welder and plasma cutter down on the shelf. I can make spaces to hang grinders and stuff on, and it's a good height. It's a little lower than what I had that I was using last time, but not real super low. And I think I can make a bracket to hang bottles off the one end, and yeah, I think that'll make a better welding cart than trying to make something else. To I still have my other welding cart for my big MIG welders, but for that little MIG and that plasma cutter, I think setting them on that shelf down there below, I won't plasma cut on the table, but it'll be right there. I don't know about anything, Nate. I've yet to build a good relationship with a female. Maybe they're just too complicated. I hear you, Scott. Doing nothing gets boring. Everybody says, oh, it'd be nice, not to have to do anything. Yeah.
Well, Ed, you could get that food truck and with all them bright shiny colors on it, and become a mobile mechanic, and then you can wear them pink boots I sent you pictures of. I mean, you look right out there mechanicking in them pink boots. That'd make your YouTube channel go crazy.
I don't think they make them pink platform shoes in my size there, Daryl.
Well, I tried anyway.
Well, you better watch out there, Thomas. That's a lot to consume in a short period of time. I know from experience. So, Jim Bob, you still got the shakes after that? I never used to get the shakes, but but yeah, I was out there yesterday, just piddling on some stuff, moving some stuff around from one flat surface to another. And I looked over and I seen that welding table sitting over there, basically just collecting stuff. Oh, awesome, Nate! What are you putting it on now? You still got it on the golf cart or the go kart, or are you putting it on something different? But yeah, I looked at that cart and I'm like, you know what? That would probably make a really nice like TIG welding table, something. Ooh, a Baja Warrior. Awesome. Nothing wrong going work with a hangover. Way back in the day, I used to go back to work still buzzing because I used to have to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we'd drink up till 4 or 5. So
I pulled that one time, and well, I mean, I was supposed to have a whole weekend. I was actually supposed to have the whole next week off. I mean, back when I was trucking, and so I got drunk as a skunk that night because I was supposed to have a week off. And then they called me up. They called me up on a daggum on my day off and told me I needed to go take a daggum drug test. I said, listen, I ain't got nobody to drive me. And I said, I'm still drunk. I said I hadn't had to drive today, so last night I partied a little bit, and she said, well, you ain't got to take a blowing breathalyzer. I said, I'm not. I said, I just ain't got nobody to even drive me down there. So you gonna give me take a chance on me getting caught on the way down. I mean, it's 30 miles away from the doggone place I had to go take the test.
Well, I worked Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, and then Monday through Thursday, and I had Friday, Saturdays off usually. Well, sometimes. And this was a Sunday night We were down at the bar like 2 blocks down from where I worked at, and I knew I had to be at work at 6 o'clock the next morning. So at 2 o'clock when they said last call, of course I knew the owner's daughter. They closed up. We hung out for a couple more hours, and I'm like, hell with it. I just went right back down to the shop, went upstairs in the office, fell asleep, set alarm, got up at like 20 minutes till 6, opened the doors, and I was still going.
That's okay. No, it's okay. Hush.
Yeah, Mudster, that the Tigwater that I got is a lift arc, and everybody says that I talked to, or a lot of people that I talked to, said that I would hate lift arc. I don't find it hard to start the arc. Now, if it was a scratch arc where you have to like scratch it and get it going, yeah, I could see where that would be a problem. But where you just touch the tip of the electrode to the metal and lift it, and you just lift it up as high as you need it for your air gap or whatever your arc, I'm not having a problem with it. Like I said, the problem I'm having is remembering which way to run it and which way to feed the filler through. I kept sticking my filler and getting my tungsten down in my puddle, and that was all because I was trying to pull the bead along. Yeah, just the tip.
Yeah, Lisa Ann, car went up the road slow, and she thought they'd stop out here in the yard.
Yeah, she wanted to play.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll get to it. I mean, I'll get back here for it. I think I'm going to order some of them practice pieces from the internet. I found I don't know if it was like a 50 or 60 piece for $25 or $30 or something like that. Don't break the seal. Yeah. It gets harder and harder, Thomas, whenever you get older and older. But yeah. So I mean, just to get practice and get familiar with running a bead and stuff on that way, it eliminates one thing I don't have to clean up. Either that or I'll just use some stuff that's not 40 or 50-year-old steel that's been painted multiple times and has surface rust, and trying to grind it clean. And because that stuff, I mean, it didn't show up on camera, but before I all right, Ben, you have a good evening, bud. Thanks for this hanging out.
Later, Ben.
Appreciate it. But what didn't show up on camera is that stuff had some real small rust pits in it. Nate, we're doing obtuse ones, or not real. Yeah, I don't want to get binged. So, but so yeah, I've got some other steel over there that I can use to practice. It's just got some mill scale on it that'll come off real easy. So I might start using some of that. The stuff I was welding on was basically heavy sheet metal. It wasn't like 1/8 inch or 3/16 or anything like that. I did have some heavier stuff there that I didn't weld on, but I think I'll bump up to the little heavier stuff until I get the technique down stuff. And then, yeah, I've seen that Mudster, that stainless steel is a different beast. I'm just going to stick to mild steel for right now. Aluminum road signs won't do me any good. I can't. My machine won't do aluminum. So someday I might have a machine that'll do aluminum, but But right now, we're just concentrating on getting some steel melted together. Excuse me. So, can you guys even hear me? My mic was like 6 foot away from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and uh, in the midst of trying all that, I built a new camera mount. Uh, I had this ball mount that was on this magnet that I bought like $10 or something a couple years ago, and I used it a lot. And uh, but the thing about it is like when I was welding, it was too low. I didn't have anything to sit it on that was magnetic, so I had an old handle from a old drill. I just cut it off and used a long piece of 1/4 inch all thread through here, and we made a nice little camera mount. It's magnetic. Sit there. Like I said, it's the ball mount, so you just loosen a little wing nut there, and this thing will go any way you want. So yeah. You can give me all the stainless test pieces I need. Well, I might take you up on that, Mudster, whenever I start trying to do some stainless welding. But for right now, we're just going to stick with the mild steel and just try to get that done. My genius is showing. How about my cheapness? I actually looked at these things, and they're anywhere from $35 to $75 or $80 to build a little magnetic, handheld mount for your camera. And the nice thing is it's heavy enough that I can actually put, this camera on it or this camera on it, So,
Hey, Willie.
And like I said, it's magnetic, so and it's a pretty decently strong magnet. Sounded better before. Sounds like I'm talking in a can. Oh, okay. Push it back away then. How's that? Is that better? Willie, what's happening? Exercise all your smarts today. Carb spray, but batteries we're good. That's awesome. That's awesome, Willie. I should probably do the same thing, but yeah. And I did just think the other day that I need to order the tie rod ends for my weekly lawnmower, my Cub Cadet lawnmower that I run every week. If you remember, I broke one last year and just kind of got it back together. But yeah, it's not a bad mic. It's a studio mic. So, but I was just thinking I need to order that stuff and get it coming this way so it's here whenever spring decides to show up. I'm not. It works fine with what I did, but because I just took a piece of flat steel and drilled a hole through it because it's supposed to have like a Heim joint. But I just took a piece of flat steel and drilled a hole through it, put a bolt through it, a couple washers, ran it back and bent an L, and that bolted onto the end of the hydraulic cylinder that for the steering. Like I said, it worked for the last 2 or 3 times that I mowed, but I don't want to. It's wearing, it's rubbing kind of weird, and it's a little short or a little sloppy. You should, yeah, Nate, you should do a not hot start. Or maybe when it drops back down into like the 60s, do a cold start for Florida. The request lines are now open. Cheap smart. So, but so yeah, lots of things that I should be doing, but I was a lazy butt today and slept all day. Little by little, finally. Yeah. Well, it's 56 and where Renegade's at. Uh, oh, and Renegade, I love them running boards you got on your truck. Them things are awesome. Um, the only thing I don't think I would like is the white light down the side. I don't know if you can turn that on and off, like when you're driving, if that just comes on with a switch or whatever. But uh, uh, if it would be on all the time, I think the cops around here would have a problem with it. Buddy. Oh, okay. I get you now. I was reading Mudsters and it lost me for a second.
Yeah,
Couldn't figure out why you need an encoder. It's a CNC brake.
I thought we was going to algebra class there for a minute. I had to reread it 3 or 4 times before I could figure it out myself.
Yeah, well, around here, I know some of the guys that run the rock lights, even though the light itself isn't shown, it's just the glow. The cops have a problem with them being white. They say they have to be yellow, running down the sides. So if you could shut them off, I love the turn signal thing set up on that yellow where it flashes on the side for the turn signal. I think that's cool as hell. But the white light, I think the cops would have an issue with that. So, yeah, Scott does have a car lot. Oh, you can get it in amber too. Okay, cool. That would be awesome. But I love the way they tuck back up underneath and not sticking out all the time and all that. It looked like a pretty straightforward installation, So straightforward installation and wiring. So looks like a pretty good product. But so, oh man, I don't know why I'm so tired. Sleeping must be hard for me. But yeah, Facebook got me again on another recipe. It was good. It was good. You guys will see. But I usually have a couple different websites that I get my recipes off for my cooking videos, or pull out of my repertoire of old stuff that I've cooked for years. And I was scrolling through Facebook probably a couple weeks ago now, and this one caught my eye. So, truck for aftermarket lights. The vehicle. Oh, okay. Oh, and that's another thing. Talking with seeing Willie there. I was scrolling through YouTube this afternoon after I woke up and was awake, and there was another channel out there. They basically supposedly give backstories on YouTubers and stuff, and they did one on Diesel Creek. I think it's all BS because from what I've watched him for a few years now, he was saying that he went to MIT, which I don't think he went to college at all. He went to MIT for robotics. Was saying that he was a drug addict, and lived on the streets for the last couple years, and that he overdosed and died. He's one of the best looking dead YouTubers that I've seen. So yeah, don't believe everything you see on the old internet.
I've seen it on YouTube. It's got to be true. Ed?
Yeah.
I mean, I seen it on the internet.
I bet your insurance company does love you, Scott. So, but yeah, they had a lot of clips of him, working on the farm and stuff, and building his house, and working on machinery and stuff. But yeah, they were saying that he was in a car accident, broke his leg, had a limp. He was addicted to antidepressants and stuff in college, and that's why he dropped out of college after his first or second year. And then he dropped out of college, got a construction job, was in a car wreck, badly broke and mangled his leg, and got addicted to painkillers, lost his house, lost everything, and was living on the streets and OD'd. So like I said, he's one of the best dead YouTubers I've ever seen. If that's the case, because even if he wasn't in a bad accident and mangled his leg up, I've never seen any hint of a limp or anything. So maybe it happened off camera. I don't know, but yeah, I just had to laugh at that one, So. But I was actually going to go to the channel and see what other YouTubers they had on there and see if they said any of the other ones are dead, because I think that would make pretty big news, in the old equipment and stuff, circles, that he passed away, and it would have to have been pretty recent, because he was just at them Steam shows there this past fall. So,
well, if you go on 2ATVs in our live channel, you think he died too. But I mean, he ain't posted nothing in a year and a half.
Yeah, but this video on him was just posted like a week ago, and he just posted a video today or yesterday, one of the two, a current video. So, well, they said he was MIT for robotics renegade. So maybe he is. Maybe it is AI generated, and he's a cybernaut. That's what Abraham Lincoln said. Yeah. So, but yeah, I just thought that was funny. I know a few people on here watch him. I like watching him. I think he's very entertaining, very knowledgeable about the stuff he works on and stuff. And he's kind of like me, and not afraid just to tear into something because you've never done it before. So, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting that they portrayed him as being a drug addict, and he OD'd. So, yeah. It's just funny. I see a lot of stupid stuff like that pop up on my feed because of the different channels and stuff that I watch. I also get a lot of. I like the paranormal stuff. I don't watch a lot of it on YouTube. But I get a lot of that pop up on my news feed or my suggestion feed of all this stupid fake paranormal stuff. So yeah, definitely torque the heck out of that. Good and tot that live button or like button. Carpal tunnel on my right hand on the 13th. Nope, I did not hear that, Mater. Everybody keeps telling me I need to go to the doctor and get my hands looked at, but I know it's just arthritis, and even if it is carpal tunnel or anything like that, there's no way that I could take 6 or 8 weeks off for surgery. It's just I couldn't do that. Yeah, Mudster. I do like the Y-Files. That is a great show. My chat just disappeared. Oh, okay, it's back. Never mind. Just had it done 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I've known a bunch of people that's had the carpal tunnel. Some people, I don't know if they're just looking for an excuse not to do anything or whatever, and probably 50-50 that some of them said it was the greatest thing that ever happened, and they're back to feeling like they were before, and the other half are like, oh, it didn't work, and it still hurts, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. Well, as long as I can still grip stuff, and I can still work my ratchets and wrenches and screwdrivers and everything like that, I'm just going to forage on and keep going. And when it gets to the point that it impedes me doing my job, then I'll get it looked at. So, and there are times that especially my left hand, I can't pick up my I can't pick up my coffee cup, so I just switch hands and keep going. Let them come, Scott. Let them come. Yeah, recover can be 4 weeks to 4 months. Yep. Most people that I've seen have it done. They're more up to the 3 to 4 month recovery rather than the 4 weeks. But still, even if it was just 4 weeks, that's a long time for me to be away from work with nobody to do my daily work. I would probably lose my mind when I got back. I mean, there's people there that would do the necessary repairs, stuff to keep things going, but the PMs and preventative maintenances and just the little things would probably not get done. At least not to how I want them done. Yeah, that's not bad, really. For insurance for 6 on-road vehicles. So I seen back there somewhere there before in the comments, Scott said he finally got back into his TT. That's awesome, Scott. Glad you got back to running it. Yeah. My mic picked up the sirens perfect. There wasn't no sirens. It was my fan on my computer at variable speeds. And it must have needed to cool something down because it picked it up and really ramped up the speed on it. Hands halfway closed. I actually worked with a gentleman that had arthritis like that. He like he could close his hand, but he could only open it about halfway. Um, and Dude could still outwork half the people that worked with us.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
he could still swing a hammer and turn a wrench and everything else. He just, if it was too big for him to pick up, he'd have to use both hands to clasp it and pick it up. Stocking shelves for 23 years. Yep.
That's what you get for turning all that ice cream over there, Thomas. Having to pick it up.
Yep. Well, I've got what a lot of people call mechanics hands, and Renegade can probably attest to that. This using your hands for hammers and everything else, year after year after year after year, and it just it gets to the hands, wrists, shoulders, elbows, And it probably doesn't help that I worked for a few years as a diesel mechanic, picking stuff up way too heavy for one person to be picking up. But I was young and dumb and acting like a bull, and
I got steering wheel hands.
So, I mean, I fondly remember picking up semi tires that are on rims and flipping them up over the side of a pickup. Picking them up and flipping them up into the over the side of the bed of the pickup truck to load them up, rather than sitting them on the tailgate and rolling them forward. Just flip them up and over and stack them in there and put 2 or 3 rows in there, and down the road you would go. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, bud?
Hello, Mr. Jeff.
I've officially don't, well, not officially, but soon officially won't need to build a front end loader tractor as of yet for myself. My brother found a deal on a John Deere compact tractor, front end loader, backhoe, mower. There's come up some other attachments with it. He's actually going to be buying that. Hey, Jungle Bob, what's happening? So yeah, I can hold off building that, and
you being a pest.
I can focus on some other stuff once I get monkey business done. And the kind of the reason I want to learn the TIG welding is I'd like to TIG weld up the exhaust for monkey business, but we'll have to wait and see on that. We may end up just MIG welding it, but it's just a cheap tractor, so it ain't nothing special. It ain't a show tractor, so MIG welding's just as good. So, but guess what's in the driveway? You rented one of those party buses with the strippers and the lights and everything, Jeff. Is that what's in there? RNG, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
How you doing, bud? Thank you for stopping by. RNG, I want to private message you too after the stream or something. I got a lead on some stuff that you might be able to collaborate with somebody with another channel. So.
Yeah, he told us last week. Jeff told us last week that he's supposed to get some other kind of truck or something or other, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot what kind he said it was, but
As soon as I find a pen that can write. All right, RNG. I'll give you a call after the stream here. It's about a CF Moto, so, so Renegade said you don't. I don't need to. That's how I was actually doing my first couple welds there. I wasn't using the filler. So, if I can.
Get down. Get down, devil.
Four-legged white. Yeah, Daryl was definitely outnumbered in his house.
Yep.
A 1969 IH 1300.
That's right. He was supposed to get an international harvest.
Nice. I like it. I like the old square bodies like that. Big old square fenders and front ends, and they just had more character than what things have now. Oh, you weld better without filler though. Yeah, well, the exhaust pipe for monkey business is going to be thinner stuff, so I don't think I'd have to use filler rod. So, but also on the video, I just picked up what filler rod I could from Harbor Freight because the welding store was closed. So I think my filler rod's too thick for the material that I was trying to weld. Everything I'm seeing said I should have had a lot thinner welding rod. So, and that's one thing nice about that thing I found on line with the test coupons. It comes with the coupons, tungsten, filler rods, and what else? There was one other thing it come with. I can't remember what the other one was. Now there's 4 things that come in the package. So I have stainless also. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. So, but yeah, for right now, I think this machine's going to be totally awesome, and I still greatly appreciate it from Renegade. I still wouldn't have bought a TIG welder as of yet. Power pump. And grind. Yeah, I actually, Steve, I actually bought a tungsten grinder. I actually bought it looks like a Dremel tool that has like an adapter on the end of it. You can just stick your tungsten in and spin it and sharpen them. I'll let you know which one I got, Steve. If I like it in that.
Well, you need to get one of plasma cutters too, now, Ed.
I actually got 2 of them from them.
Oh, I
got one that matches the welder, brand wise, and I got a Best Arc, the 10 series, generation Gen 10, which is still haven't tried it out yet. That was on my list of things to do today, and I still haven't got it out and used. I'm trying to do too many other stuff. But all right, Thomas, you have a good evening, buddy. Thank you for stopping in, man.
Later, Thomas.
So, but yeah, I really would need to get the 220 wiring done out here in the shop. I have 220 out to the shop. It's just the breaker box I have is an old, I don't even remember what brand it is, and I can't buy new breakers for it. They don't make them anymore. So I have another breaker box to put in. I don't know. Maybe when it warms up, I'll get, that way I can get the garage doors open and, run a cord from the house to the garage to get some light to actually pull the old panel out and get the new panel put in and get everything wired back into it.
Scott, you forgetting Jeff's already rusted up. I mean, he got to go get WD-40 every other week now. It seems like so.
Yeah,
I mean, Jeff himself needs the fluid film. Take a bath in it.
Well, not too quick, Mudster. I'm still not ready for pulling. Well, Plan B is ready because we're not. I'm not gonna. I decided not to change anything on it. But I still need to get monkey business done. And I mean, it's a lot closer. I need to get the transmission fluid level drilled in that new hitch, drilled and tapped. The plug for that. I'll probably do that first of this week. Just take it to the shop and do it, not on camera or anything, and then get a few other things bolted on, and then move up to the exhaust and get that done. Everything till tomorrow night. So. Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Not much. How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
How you doing? I'm pretty much gonna sit back and listen and just see what y'all are talking about because I've been watching for a little
bit. Yeah, Redneck, I'm getting back on my diet too, bud. But yeah, we're only gonna be on here for a couple more minutes because I only do an hour and we're done.
Let's go. I just want to follow and say hello, and I like your live streams and everything. I just, I don't want to mess anything up. I just want to come up and say hello.
Well, that's fine. Anybody's welcome, man. As long as you're not acting like an idiot. And
I know that. The big thing about me, Pull a Bear, now, I've got my thing working from my house, my internet working now. So I can come up on videos and not wreck them, where it fades out and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. Well, I'm talking acting like an idiot, like cussing and being inappropriate.
No, I would never do that. I would never do that on yours. Now, when I do my own, I do whatever I want to. But when I join other people's live streams, I'd never do that. No.
Yeah, I try to keep my stuff family friendly, which I mean, each their own. But
exactly. That's why I love you, man. You're so great doing that.
Yep.
And hey, when you and your wife or whatever y'all went back on that tour like a couple of years ago, traveling around the country, that was cool. That was the best videos I ever seen. When y'all were showing up in people's houses.
Yeah, me, Mark, and Sandy did that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if I ever break down and actually buy the mini bus, toter, whatever you want to call it, motorhome, I can do that again.
I remember when you showed up at Cajun's house. I know the video at Cajun. Yeah, I saw that one really well. And
he stopped by through here too. I mean,
yep. Yeah, I went down and seen Mater. I went down and seen
yep.
Can't remember his name now. Brandon,
Brandon.
Okay, Brandon Buckley, and yeah, okay, yeah.
and Bocce, and
Okay.
Cajun, and Daryl, and
I remember the trip y'all took. It was a trip you took, and you went and saw everybody, and that you could on the trip.
Yeah.
Like if you like, were you going on a trip anyway, and you could stop by and see some of your YouTube friends? That was great. That was the best little journey I ever saw that you did. That was the greatest stuff. But I know all them guys, but like I said, I ain't trying to hold you up. I ain't trying to be. I love you guys, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. Renegade, 3,500 is not a bad price, but it's the F word, man. We can't do the F word.
Yep.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm sending him everything but Chevrolets. I can't find the Chevrolets.
That's the hard part.
The Ford ain't gonna work, I guess. I don't know. Is that what y'all talking about? The F word, the Ford?
Yeah. Well, the problem with it is most of the Ford minibuses are diesel.
Yeah.
And I don't want a diesel at all. Well, not that I have a problem with diesels. I think diesels are cool. If I could 12 valve it, I would do it. But
okay.
If you can get
I don't know anything about that.
The old
7.3s
7.3s was good diesels, but
what y'all talking about? I'm going to sit and listen about because I have no idea. Because I'm a small engine guy. I'm not a car guy. So I just have to sit and listen to y'all talk about that stuff because I don't know nothing about it.
Well, I'm an ever engine kind of guy because that's what I do at work. And the Chevy Expresses, the LS ones, that's what I have the 99.9% of the experience on. So that's why I prefer to have a gas. I can basically fix all them in my sleep.
Yeah. That's like me on small engines. I can basically fix all them in my sleep or tell me it's messed up, the rings are burned up, whatever. You know what I mean? And so that's what my specialty is. But that's why I like listening to you guys talk about other stuff. I try to listen to, because I get so burnt out on small engine stuff because I've been doing it so many years. I don't need to hear it. I like to hear. I like to learn how people deal with other stuff. But anyway,
hey, Quick Wrench. So, Steve RNG said he has the V10 in his motorhome, and he's got a big pusher motorhome. That thing, I actually seen that thing going down the road. It's 4 times what I need. So, so all right, y'all. It's been an hour. We're gonna shut this down. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And
thank you, Pullberry. Thank you, Pullberry, man. I love you. Thank you for letting me come up.
Glad y'all got to see me.
Yep. Hope y'all have a great week, and we'll catch you all again next Sunday. So,
you too, buddy. You too, buddy.
Talk to y'all later.
Later.
All right, buddy.